Hello, Dr. Greg Gillum, CEO of Human Fusion. This is part 2 of the article, The Missing Piece in Employee Development, from the summer 2017 issue of MIT Sloan Management Review. Now, in the last video, we talked about motivation being a primary factor. And in this one, we're going to cover the last 3 that are very, very important at looking at internal context. A very interesting idea, right? So we've talked about motivation, and the second one is ability. Do people actually have the ability to change? Are they properly motivated, number one? And then number 2, do they have the ability? And so we want to make sure we look at the make sure that they have opportunities to perform the new behavior. We want to make sure that they have the appropriate skills and knowledge. And then we want to make sure they have the physical resources. So let's take a really quick example. Let's say that you have a direct report that really needs to learn how to do presentations. So taking these one by one, do they have the opportunity to give them? I've actually coached a person on this very topic, and we did not have the opportunity to give them. We had to create opportunities. Do they have the skills and knowledge? So do they know how to use PowerPoint or Prezi or any other type of Google Slides or whatever it might be? Do they have the knowledge and skills that they need? And then do they have the physical resources? Do they actually have a computer? Do they have Microsoft Office or some way to actually give presentations? That's kind of what it's talking about here. So that's ability. The third factor is psychological capital. Now, this gets into mindset. So do people believe that they have the skills and the abilities to actually make sure the change process sticks? That's basically self-confidence. So when I do manager assessment, I look specifically at self-confidence. How much confidence do they have? How much confidence don't they have? And my coaching will be either easier or harder based on that number alone, or that behavior alone. So you have to have self-confidence that you can actually move through a change process. And then do you have the internal sort of the resilience, the willpower to actually see it through, and the resilience to see it through to the end? Interestingly enough, when the research has looked at what's the most important factors here that affect psychological capital, it's not the person's life history or previous experience that comes out as the deciding factor. It's the manager. It's the manager's behavior and the type of work environments that the manager can create for the direct report. So you have a direct effect on motivation now, on ability, and on psychological capital as well. And as you will see, on supporting environment, because that's simple. Do they have a physical work environment that supports this change effort? What are the team dynamics? Do you have a lot of people on the team that are ready to go? They have the impetus and the sense of urgency to change? Or do you have a bunch of people that just are kind of stuck in the mud? And then what's the organizational culture? So you go from the individual to the team to the organization. What's the organizational culture for change? What's the mandate from senior executives about this particular change process? You've got to have those things in place, or you're going to run into barrier wall after barrier wall. What can you do as a manager here in the supporting environment? Social support. So just be there for them, hear them, listen to them, remove obstacles, give them nudges. So give them opportunities to nudge them here, nudge them there, create a small win here, create a small win there. Those are the little nudges. And then habit structure. Make sure that whatever the change process takes, that you're implementing habits that will actually allow the change process to take place. So to conclude this particular article, ensure that every development initiative includes a plan for ensuring how this internal context is going to be supported, as well as your external context. Because as performance management shifts from focusing more on the ratings and the evaluations to focusing more on development and conversations and coaching and things like that, this is going to be more and more relevant to your practice as a manager. Hope you enjoyed this article. It's fantastic. Good. It's a really good one. And if you like these types of management-related videos, please subscribe to Human Fusion. Tell your friends and turn on your notifications, and we'll keep you up to date on all the latest trends that are affecting management practice.